Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Dave here from DDR Customs. Today we're looking at building a horseshoe oil tank for the hardtail bobber, and so we'll see how it gets on. Might have to use a bit of CAD on this one. That's cardboard aided design for those that don't know. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Okay, this is where I'm at the minute. Now you can see the angle we've got to work at is quite tight. It drops very quick for the seat, and there isn't a lot, and that backbone really does kick out quite a bit. Now the other problem I've got is that the guy wants to put the battery actually in the oil tank. So with the size of it, we're going to lose quite a lot of fluid. So let me show you what I've done up to now, and I'll show you what I've made a bit out of cardboard and template. Let's go over and have a look at that, shall we? Here we are now with the template. You see I've got a bit of shape to it. I marked out this here is going to be where the battery is going to go eventually. But as you can see, by the time you've cut out for the, I'll roll that over so you can see. This is where the hoop's going to come down to. But by the time you've done all that, and then we drop a battery into there, we're not going to get 3 quarts of oil. So what I'm thinking is going to be on the bottom is once we've got that, I'm going to make it drop a well, missing the belt down this side, and just dropping a little bit of a well to give us a bit of extra oil capacity coming through the tank. So I'm just going to trim that extra piece. We'll give it a trial fit. The only trouble with this is, of course, with the shape of that backbone, to get this to work once I get into steel, I'm going to have to completely take the back end off to get it past the fender. So, but anyway, that's where we're up to. A bit of CAD design in there. Keeps me out of mischief anyway. But it is the easiest way of doing it, because now what I can do now is when I'm ready, all this will come apart. I can lay it flat on my sheet, and I can cut out, and I'm not wasting a lot of material. So we'll get that trimmed out, and we'll give it a trial fit and see how it looks. Okay, so we're outside now. We've got the bike out. As you can see, this is it narrows very quickly here, but with the cardboard at least I've got a bit of give, and this is my idea. When this is in, get it around the right way over the top of the belt. Let's just take that bit back up. So it should sit something like this. So that, I think, gives us quite a nice shape for the oil tank. So I think that'll be quite good. We'll do the same thing with this as we do with the tunnels for the fuel tanks. We'll make a hoop to go in the around the top bit. So yeah, I'm going to say we'll miss the belt, then we'll drop down with a little bit of a well at the back there. Maybe I may bring the well more this side actually, and then we'll put the 2 bungs in here for the breather and the return, and the filler neck on this side, I think. So that's there we go. That's cardboard aided design for you. So that works quite well. So I think I'm happy with that. think I'm just going to now just double check that bottom piece. That's better when it comes up, because you've got to remember in a minute everything moves. So yeah, I think that'll do us. So there we have our design all made in cardboard. So just zoom you in a bit so you can have a bit better look. So not bad, I don't think. I think that'll do quite nicely. Obviously, when I finish this, when they come to build it from paint, they're going to have to put the tank's going to have to go in first. I wanted to do a round tank with a butterfly wing for the tank, but the guy wants a horseshoe, so a horseshoe he's going to get. Okay, now I've got it all split down. We've got a new sheet of steel. So let's just get it all marked up, and then we'll get it cut out. I'm leaving a little bit at the bottom because I'm going to fold the bottom just to give me something for the base to do too. So, and I like to trim, so I'm leaving a little bit at the side to trim on. And that's mark my fold line on that one. So this is bottom. No, it's not, it's top. That's top. This one's for bottom. Now, just to, if for those who are interested, I'm using 1.2 millimeter steel for this. Just a bit thicker. Some of these edges we'll just trim up in a minute. So I just want to mark my centre line on this one, and the centre line for that. I'll get that with a hole saw. So that's top. Two sides. Now I know when I did the sides, I made it because I made them and I cut it a bit short. So I want to add 40 millimeters onto the bottom and 30 millimeters on the top, just so it swings round a bit more, comes further along. So I can do that roughly where we want to be. So an extra 40 on the bottom, an extra 30 at the top. And that I'm going to pull a bit down there a bit, and then we'll pull straight line down there. So it is trying to maximize what you can get out of your sheet. That won't give me enough there, I don't think. 40. Ooh, it's a bit tight. Just swirl it around a bit more. So 30 on at the top. $40 on at the bottom. They're up enough at the top. Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, yeah. That's fine. It's all right. Just double checking. Some of this will cut off because we'll go a bit further on. You can see where we're at this. So there we are. They were all marked out, ready for cutting off. I may fold this bottom edge, I may not. I haven't decided yet. So there we are. We're all folded out. I'm just going to try and give you a better view if I can. Oh no, that's all right. I think you can see there where we are. So there it is, all marked out. We're just going to try and get it. I don't know if this will cut with the air shears. I might have to do it all with the Beverly shear. Anyway, we'll get that sorted, move into the other workshop, or I might bring the shear into here. Right, it's getting a bit crowded in here, I'm afraid, but just want to see if the air shear will cut this for a start. It's probably a bit thick for it, but we'll give it a try. Got rid of that bit. Okay, so let's cut some of these bits out. This only cuts them out roughly, really. And then we get them on the Beverly shear and cut them out properly. Let me lift up the. What are we on? Oh yeah, there should be. Oh no, not this one. That's better. A bit more air pressure. I think is what we needed. This isn't the best machine. It works sometimes, doesn't it? I think this line here I'm going to leave. I'll do that on the Beverly shear. It's a bit tight. keep saying I'm going to treat myself to an electric one. That ain't going to go. We'll get that on the bevel shear, I think. I think we'll do the rest of it on the bevel shear, so I'll get that rigged up and we'll have a look at that. Oh, it's got the shear set up, so we can run around these finer lines now. Then you got to remember with when you shear steel, one of the edges becomes absolutely razor sharp. So you need to run along the edge with a file just to take the, or a deburring tool if you've got one. It's worth taking your time on this job because the better you are now, the better the finished product. And then trouble with the cardboard, of course, you don't get a straight edge. You get a bit of a wibbly wobbly line, so you got to try and work out where your lines are going to get you, especially on these curves. I can come back and trim down to the line with the grinder, or in my case the belt. I'll put it on the belt grinder. Cut that off across there. Suppose I could play you some music really at this point, but I can take that off across there. As you can see, it produces quite a nice curve, the old bevel shear. Just following that line, it's I think once I've done this one, I'm going to I'll cut the rest off camera because it must be as bad and exciting as watching paint dry, I should think, isn't it? watching me cut some steel up like this. But at least you get an idea of what we're doing, how I'm doing it. Trouble with this custom work is the clients sometimes have some bright ideas that, you know, you think, well, you've made life really complicated for us. So anyway, as you can see, that's the top piece cut out. I'll use a hole saw to cut this and then slot down to it. So I think what I'll do, I'll do the rest off camera, and once I've got them all cut out, we'll get back together. Right, I've come back in the workshop. I've got the press brake set up now, so I'll need to put my fold line. I shall have to go and fold a bit and then go and check what angle I need. We'll just get that in. That's not too bad. I'll just check that on the bike and we'll see where we are. I just need a little bit more. Doesn't need much. Let's check the angle on the angle finder. That's pretty spot on, that is. That's not bad at all. So that's going to give us, when I've got this at this angle, this should be straight, and then the rest of it will bow round the thing. So that's the first bend done. So that's all right. So we're going. I need to change this over now for the ring roller, for the slip roller rather. So we're going to slip roll the sides, get this shape here, and we should be good to start fabricating. Okay. So I brought the slip roller out. We've got that changed over from the press brake, the brake. So the idea is now to roll from here this way and put a gentle curve in it. It should give us a nice uniform curve, he says. Oh, take a bit of feeding in. Not too much. It's all about keeping this bottom wheel level. Let's come up a bit this side. As you can see, it puts a nice roll in. Just to give me a base shape, really, more than anything else. Get a clamp. Might help a bit. So I'm going from, so it's got me quite a bit of roll in there, as you can see. So now I need to come from this second mark a bit more. Get it to feed in straight. Yeah. This is a bit thick for this, really. It's only designed really for rolling one belt. But it's doing a reasonable job. And of course we can always pull it out. So let's have a look how we're doing now. So as you can see, not too bad. There's a bit more at this top end again. Let's have a look. Oh, I can see. Hammer and dolly. The end here had twisted a bit. And a bigger handle would help, of course. Well, that's not too bad. Just a bit at this end then. That's good. I can pull that back. That most of that at this end here is going to get cut off anyway for the tunnel. So there we go. Shaped fairly well. Then we can't dress up later on. So I'm going to do the other one off camera because it'll be exactly the same process, and then we'll come back in a bit when we start putting it together. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to leave that one there for now. It's starting to get a little bit too long, I think. So we'll come back to this when we do the second half. We'll make this a two-parter. So anyway, thanks for watching the CAD version of the build, and we'll catch you on the next one. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on part 2. All right, this is Dave signing off. See you soon. Bye.